Brody, thanks for joining me today. You've spent your entire career, or the better part of your career, working for not-for-profit healthcare sponsors. Tell me a little bit about why you chose to do that.
Well, I'm sure everyone asks themselves how they ended up where they're at with their career. I love this marketplace. Plan sponsors in the not-for-profit healthcare space are very paternalistic, so they care a lot about their employees, which makes it great to work with them. There's also a lot of change happening in this space. And, the last several years I've been working in the space, there's been a huge transformation, which when there's change, that creates opportunities. So it's a great marketplace to work with.
So speaking of change, obviously there's been a lot going on just in the retirement space. Can you maybe give us a little bit of a retrospective on how you've seen the healthcare market and the retirement market change a little bit over the last few years, and also maybe just what stayed the same?
Yeah, no, I appreciate the question because it's been a huge change in a couple of ways. Remember, most of the improvements that have been made to retirement plans in the corporate space in the last 6 or 7 years have been starting to be adopted in the not-for-profit healthcare space. So if you think about a baseball game, if corporate retirement plans are developed and they're in the eighth or ninth inning in terms of being developed, not-for-profit healthcare is probably in the fourth or fifth inning. Examples of that might be now 70 or 80% of these plan sponsors are now working with a single provider. They're adopting a lot of the best practices like open architecture and things like that. But on the business side, if you think about healthcare, think about the Affordable Care Act, for example, that passed just a couple of years ago. It's a huge financial shift for these systems. There's a tremendous amount of margin pressure because their reimbursements are being squeezed. And there's a big shift happening from them receiving payments for transactions they do to more focused on outcomes. And with that shift, they're reevaluating what their model needs to be. As a result, you see a lot of M&A activity, right? You see hospital systems merging or aligning themselves in different ways. Sometimes you see them integrating